And we're going to be comparing two plants, a pendulum plant, which is Brevant 11C37, and an upright plant, which is Wyffel 7878. Both these plants are medium tall, and both of these plants are planted at 34,000. And as we look at this data, you can see the peaks and valleys. The valleys are the very down low is when it's going to be during the night when we have no sunlight overall. And the peak is when we're going to have the highest amount of sunlight coming throughout the day. Now, as we overlay that data over top of each other, there's quite a bit of spread between that pendulum hybrid and upright hybrid. But as we average out those micromoles on a per hour basis, there's roughly 70 micromoles difference. The biggest factor that we want you guys to acknowledge is that there's 66% more light capture with a pendulum hybrid compared to an upright hybrid during this time frame. So that's quite a bit when we look at that difference. We're going to be doing the same kind of comparison with these light sensors, a pendulum hybrid versus an upright hybrid. But the big difference is in that last set, both those plant heights were medium tall. For this set, the plant height for the pendulum hybrid is going to be medium short compared to a medium tall plant. The other factor is that we changed is that we dropped the population down to 30,000 for this plot. But the big factor that we want you to look at is that the peaks and valleys look a little bit closer. And as we overlay the data on top of each other and average out the micromoles per hour over this time period of August 15th to 31st, is that there's only a 40 micromole difference, which means for this set change up, then we only captured 24% more light with the pendulum hybrid compared to the upright hybrid. Compared to the last data set that we had, we captured 66% more light compared to the upright hybrid overall. So it's actually stair-stepping exactly the way we want to show that we lose light capture as we change the leaf orientation. Now, we would expect that the pendulum hybrid would be the least amount or the lowest micromoles per hour hitting that sensor overall, but with it being a medium short plant, we lost out on a lot of light capture. And that's kind of our theory behind understanding why light capture is very important overall, but how plant height plays a very large role into it and how much we need to have in plant height to make that happen.